Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods on this Memorial weekend as we sit 102 days, 12 hours, 11 minutes, and 20 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. And thank you for tuning in to this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. Things can happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning, so you want to be up to speed with all that is America's team. Unfortunately, all's quiet on the Western Front. We haven't had anything to really report, which is a good thing. We've got our team has a mini camp on the 11th through 12th, and other than that, it's going to be quiet. We're going to keep our fingers quiet, that we don't have any headlines or anything like that. One of the biggest areas that we can really improve is Travis Frederick, who's been suffering from the Guillain-Barré syndrome. Um, could he be the NFL Comeback Player of the Year? We're talking about a guy who is a four-time Pro Bowler, two-time second-team All-Pro, a guy who in 5 seasons had not missed a single game getting this syndrome. It was a big loss. Now, the thing that was great about Travis Frederick is Travis Frederick was still the general on the field, just on the sidelines. And he is truly the linchpin for this offense. If we want to go where we want to go, which is a Super Bowl, we're going to need him there full strength. And what that's going to enable us to do is to be able to do a lot of different things that we weren't able to do before. Because as we look through, we've got all this great talent. I mean, you start thinking about our offensive line right now. You've got three perennial All Pros in Tyron Smith, and Tyron Smith rated out as the best tackle pass blocking last year. Even with the injuries, he's still one of the best, if not the best, right tackle. Zach Martin, I'll put him against anybody else at guard in the NFL, even last year on one leg. And then you're bringing back possibly, arguably, the best center in football. Right there alone, that is a lot of firepower. Now you got Connor Williams, who was a little bit undersized, not really undersized, under strength. He's put on that strength and everything else. He's been eating like crazy, getting big, bulking up. And they're moving him around, trying to find the best spot for him. You know, he's worked, of course, at guard. He's worked at right tackle. Even worked at left tackle while Tyron Smith was having the veteran days off. And then you got the governor, Connor Govern, who is not having the issues that Connor Williams had, worrying about strength. Of course, he's still a rookie, but he's been able to play guard and center. So you got those guys. That's kind of your front line. You got Lyle Collins, which is one of those real big paychecks. And I love Lyle Collins, but Lyle Collins has got to work with his hands a little bit better and be a little bit better than where he was last year. So right there, that's probably going to be your starting lineup in some combination of the governor, Connor Williams, Lyle Collins. Of course, the other three are set. And if Travis Frederick is healthy, then that means there's a short stick out there for some other guys, because you've got Cam Fleming backing up Tyron Smith. You've got Joe Looney, who can back up guard as well as center. That's also in that mix. And then you got Xavier Salafalo, who also is a guard. I'm thinking that Xavier Salafalo might be the one, the short one on the stick that might end up getting released if Travis Frederick is back to where he's going to be. And what this enables us to do is, this gives us arguably one of the best offensive lines in football again. But not only that, it gives you flexibility that if somebody gets hurt, you have players that can play multiple positions. So you can get the best five out there, as opposed to saying, if Tyron Smith gets hurt, is it Cam Fleming, or is it Connor McGovern, or is it Connor Williams that plays at that tackle? So ultimately, you can always keep your strongest five on there. But make no mistake about it, having Travis Frederick is the key to everything on this season. And I know offensive linemen don't get that much love. They don't get that much play and everything else. But center is one of the hardest positions to play in football. You've got to make the calls for the line. You got to remember, you got to snap the ball. You're in shotgun. You got to make sure the ball is snapped where the quarterback can get it, not over his head. Oh, and then you got those guys in front of you that you have to block as well. So we'll have to wait and see how he is, but so far reports have been incredible. And if he can come back and become a Pro Bowler again, I gotta think that he could be comeback player of the year. Of course, I'm biased. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, of course. But I got to get out of here because I got to go help a friend who's looking at buying a house and wants me to take a look at it and see what's what, who's who, and whether or not he thinks it's a good deal or not. So as always, friends, I'm going to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Make sure you thank a veteran this Memorial Weekend, and make sure you arrive alive. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.